Hello and welcome to Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. I hope you're well. I've not been, and that's why there wasn't a show this week. So I'm doing one midweek and we'll have another proper full-sized one at the weekend. I had the dreaded lurgy. I'm getting better. My voice is a little bit croaky still and I'm still not up to scratch, but we will get there in our constant battle here on Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. I hope you're well. I hope you're sitting comfortably. I hope you've got your feet up and having a cuppa. And well, I'm here, it's warm, it's cloudy, the songs are coming from the birds left, right and centre. What a fantastic morning to be on the allotment yet again. Well, it's been really hard here on the allotment and I won't go on about it too much. To see everybody else putting things out, growing, even in my greenhouses I'm having problems. I have a box here full of all the things actually that should be in the ground. It's not too late for me to put things out. I'll just be a little bit behind some of the other people that have actually got things growing at the moment. And well, thank you for your lovely comments over this last week. It's Sluggate seems to have grown throughout the world, which is amazing. I've got a little piece of paper here because there's so many comments, so I've had to write some of the things down that you've been saying to me about. Well, Allotment notes we've got Sluggate, and we've got a general report from New Mexico, which is fantastic. So should we crack on? Let's have a look. Francis, you've wrote in, sent me a lovely message all about the Sluggate thing, and you found actually just laying a piece of damp cardboard on the ground overnight and then come in the next morning and you discover that you've got, well, hundreds of slugs attached to underside of the cardboard. It's funny, it reminded me of things I used to do years ago. I've often put cardboard down in places just as a ground cover to keep, and you lift them up and you think, oh good heavens, it's full of slugs. Well, of course it is. They're going to hide, they love the damp conditions, but it's a great way, like you say, of catching those slugs. And of course you can deal with them in any which way you wish, which is to deliberately get them off your plot and your growing area. Ali from Canada, hi Ali, you're always a good contributor, Ali. You've heard, and this, well, I could do this here, my good heavens. You can make your own nematodes. You soak your slugs in water overnight, and then you put that mixture into a larger container, like a watering can, obviously without the dead slugs in it, and you water, and that somehow, whether it's the, I don't know, the smell of the dead slugs or the taste of something, it keeps other slugs away. I'm going to try that, because in a moment when you see the photographs I've got here on the allotment of my slug traps, well, they've decided to start working, which is a magnificent thing for me here. We're going to pop over now to New Mexico, and to, I think it's Nina, I'm trying to work out your name. Please send me a name. I feel awful just saying New Mexico. Apparently you have, and I'm going to read this, I think it's marvellous, I hope you don't mind me doing that. You've got 280 days of bright, high altitude sunshine. You do have lots of dry weather, however, and you have high drying winds, but you are waiting for apparently the monsoons that come in June. And you've been growing some fantastic stuff, some orange tiger striped tomatoes. You've got some chocolate cherry tomatoes, and they're in raised beds. And apparently they're really safe and they're coming along really well. Your potatoes are just starting to come through. Well, mine are bursting through the soil at the moment, and I do come down every night and I do check these, and the slug watch seems to be working at the moment, which is fantastic, which is marvellous. That's really, really good. Thank you very much for your comments so far. Now, Papa Patch, you've said I can use this, my Allotment notes, and I'm going to try it because I've been clearing out an old garage that I inherited on the allotment, and it must have had 30, 40 years of stuff inside that wasn't mine, and almost 20 trips to my local tip to get rid of the stuff. And I love the tip because you have to recycle everything, so you can't just take stuff in a plastic bag and throw it away. You have to make sure, and they check up on you, so your metal goes with metal, your wood goes with wood, paper, cardboard, all those things. There is an area, of course, for recycling old paint, recycling oil, car batteries. The other thing they don't take which I can't understand why, because they could have a separate area for it, are gas canisters. But maybe that's because, of course, the danger of them exploding. What you do with the old gas canisters from barbecues, etc. You have to phone the local council, so it's become a bit long-winded. There's no wonder, a bit of a rant here, that you find them and see them strewn all over the sides of the road, because what do people do with them? Come on, councils, get your act together. There must be somewhere safe you can actually take your recycling gas canisters to. Thank you. Rant over. Anyway, right. So, Papa Patch, you say, using a piece of old roofing felt, because it is quite rough, put that around a bit like a cabbage collar around your plants, and you found that being very successful. So yes, out for note, using your old, if you've got any of course, roofing felt pieces around your cabbages, whatever you need to. Well, I have found a little bit, as I said, so I'm gonna try that this next week and see what happens. Because, as I said, I've got my plants here, I've got my cabbages and my sprouts, some carrots still in here. They need to go out definitely. I'm getting this. I'm going to surround them with lots and lots of slug traps. And let's look at some good news. And Darren in Wakefield, although you start, one of your earlier messages to me was you've had slug gate as well. Your early brassicas went out and they were just absolutely demolished, a little bit like my stuff here on the allotment. Your second lot, you're monitoring and watching them, and they're just about surviving. But you say also, you've tried everything. You've tried the eggshells, you've tried the cabbage collars, you've tried beer pump traps, organic stud pellets, and nothing originally was working. A little like myself here. But inside the greenhouse, massive, massive success. So great for you, and congratulations. You are growing mini melons, or small melons as you call them. You've got tomatoes, you've got cucumbers, and peppers are coming along, so congratulations to you. I know lots of other people having success. It is interesting though, I have been talking to many of the allotment holders near me here, and some have raised beds, some don't. Even the ones with raised beds are having problems this year. And I know one of the allotment holders grows mainly flowers, cut flowers for the home, and they're just being demolished at the moment. So everything they put in is eaten, and they're using all sorts of defence mechanisms to try and get rid of our lovely, lovely pests. Excuse me. One allotment holder altogether decides his entire plot to go fallow this year so that he can get a handle. He says he's sick and tired of wasting his money on seeds and getting them ready, putting them in, and they get eaten, no matter what he puts, because of course on an allotment plot it is really hard sometimes to contain the things that are eating our plants. I did notice, however, a wonderful thing. It's in the wrong place and I couldn't catch him. I think it's a toad, an early toad, and take a look at this picture. There may even be a video, I can't remember, but have a look at this. Isn't he magnificent? And I hope by the time I do this video that I've tried to do a bit of research and found out what sort of toad he has. Got a lovely mark, I think, under one of his eyes from what I remember. He was tiny, absolutely tiny, probably, I don't know, about four inches or so, not that big at all. Beautiful thing. I just wish he was over here because he would be this size by now. Now, are you ready? Warning triangle, please. Brace yourselves. If you don't want to see this, these are pictures of my slugs that I've caught in the traps. I'm warning you. We've got time now to either fast forward, look away, don't. So here we go. Are we ready? I'll count down. So after 3, time to look away. I'm looking away to my side because I've had a robin with me for the last few days. It must be after the food, I reckon. Because he thinks, oh, he's here, he's digging up again, let's have some worms. Right, are you ready? Let's count down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Picture time. And look at the amount of slugs in here. This is 4 days worth of slugs in one place. 4 days in one place. And all it is my homemade beer trap. So it's yeast, flour and sugar together and left. And there must be, just in that one picture alone, God knows what's under the surface, at least 40 or 50 mini slugs. As I said here, I've got baby slugs, which is in every trap I've laid so far. They're small, little slugs, and I think that's been the problem. They're tiny, really hard to see. Even at night when you come out, you miss them because they're under leaves, but they're devastatingly bad. Anyway, so that, oh, by the way, you can look back now, the picture's gone. So that'd be interesting, that, taking those slugs and that water, popping into more water, and then making nematodes. I'm going to try it. It may be just one of those things, maybe it's a smell, I don't know. Because it doesn't seem to distract them from being in there, does it? So we're going to relay all of the ones. I'm going to now do a cordon around everything. So every single plant, every single raised bed that I'm going to start doing, I've not done them yet. They are going to be done in the next few days and be filled and used. Even the raised bed I've got over there, I've just put one in just to try, and that's full immediately of more little slugs. So this slug watch, slug gate, slug Godzilla, slugzilla, as Darren put it, I think. It's going on and going on. I don't mean to. We've got stuff ready to go in. I can't wait. I may have to take all the stuff out of my greenhouse here and get those in the ground, in the greenhouse, so I can watch it. But again, we've had more rain, more sunshine, and everything's just shut up. I mean, look at this year. It's unbelievable. This is, of course, my raspberry plant, and we have some raspberries. So, fingers crossed. Well, that's it. A little short version, a trip around the world to see and hear what people are doing. I thank you all once again for your comments. I'm getting better. We'll be back to a full programme over the weekend. Although I do have to pop to see my father-in-law in Hereford, Malvern, should I say. And, well, we'll be back. If it's not Sunday, it will be Monday for definite. I'll see you very shortly. Thanks for watching. Keep subscribing. Keep those numbers going up. Cheers for now. Ta-da.